Sounds so great, but in order to get anywhere in life, you said you love yourself and you're very selfish, but that's the best feeling is when you know that other people love you for who you are.
Altruism is a myth. It doesn't exist. When you do things for others, you're basically doing it to please the self. If I did something for you that made you happy because I loved you and cared for you a great deal, in the same way, it's a roundabout thing, you know, it's a big circle. You know, I'm making myself happy by seeing you happy. Therefore, altruism is basically non-existent.
I was wondering why you all have to argue about religions. Can't you just, like, believe what you believe?
Well, that's a good point. That's a real good point. See,
oh, I'm sorry. Go on.
Well, see, first of all, the thing is that I'm not even arguing, number one, and number two, I'm not talking about religion. What I'm talking about is truth. There's a big difference between religion and truth. The world has been full of religions through history, but there's only been one truth that's ever come into the world. You find fault with Jesus Christ. You show me one place where he ever did anything wrong, ever hurt anybody or did any of those kind of things, and I'm not talking about chasing the people out of the temple and flipping over the, you know, money changers' tables, because he didn't hurt anybody then either. As a matter of fact, he was so gentle at that time that the doves were not even let go out of the cages. He let the person take those doves out.
I'm not arguing with you, you know, about who's the better God or anything.
No, we're talking truth. We're not talking about better.
Well, that you say this is truth, and Paul says this is.
I say it's my concept of the truth.
Well,
it might not work for you.
It's best to have something to believe in for yourself.
Absolutely, and that's basically why I'm here.
And we'll be back right after this. It's the hottest new.
Okay, Paul, I have a question. I need to know a little bit more about this ceremonial magic that you do.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do during this magic? I mean, what kind of rituals do you do?
Well, it's not unlike the Catholic Mass in many ways. I have the altar, the incense, the candles. They're all trappings. It's psychodrama. It's grand illusion. You know, when I walk into my ritual chamber, it's playtime. I can lip sync to Bruce Springsteen if I want to. It's only me in there, unless I have a group. But I'm focusing my energy on accomplishing a set goal. So if I do it either by chanting, by standing there with a bottle of ale in my hand, watching candles burn and smelling the incense, or whatever, it's all used to set my frame of mind so I succeed at what I'm doing. That's the basics of magic. You know, I could go out there and do it on my own as well, but I believe in working hand in hand with the natural forces. The one thing that I believe Mark will agree with me on is I believe that magic is preternatural, which works with the demonic. I'm one of the very few Satanists that'll get on television and say, I believe in the demonic world and I work with it. You know, I'm not one of these cream puff Satanists who goes, well, I just took a label because, you know, it's getting me on talk shows. I'm very serious about my beliefs, and that's why a lot of people hate my guts, you know.
So you don't do any kind of animal sacrifices or sacrifice babies?
No, as I mentioned earlier, sex magic plays a large role in my church.
What the heck is sex magic? What is that?
That was basically founded by Al Raleigh.
Well, what is it?
It's working with the orgasm as far as the energy release. It's much better than death throes of some helpless animal or human being. And as I said earlier, killing something would not be a satanic sacrifice, whether you believed in Satan or not. It would just be destroying the vehicle. You know, what good does that do unless it's an enemy? You know, if someone comes after one of my kids, I'll kill him in a second. You know, and enjoy